questions, guys?
Are there similarities in personality or players from in this Maryland team from a couple of years ago when you faced them 2 years in a row?
A little bit. I mean, obviously Pegram was there. You know, who knows if he's going to be in the game or not. There were some other guys, but they were pretty young. I think most of their skill players and stuff have moved on. But there's a little similarity, but different coordinators, different head coach, different players.
When you watched Saturday's game back, what were your takeaways? What do you feel about the tackling, everything?
Yeah, obviously didn't tackle very good in the secondary. You know, there was times when we played really, really good, like you wanted to. Times where you didn't play really, really good. Kind of, you know, same script, which has to change. You know, we get a turnover and things go good on offense. We get a kick return for a touchdown, then the offense scores, and we have a bad drive on defense. Then we get a 3 and out, and it's, you know, it's kind of the same script. It's got to be complementary football, and we got to all be working together.
How much of it boils down to just the points that you guys allow? I mean, we had a kickoff return, of course. There's a short field on one of the touchdowns you allowed. You know, other than that, probably wasn't that bad. Just 23 points. In your mind, how does that factor?
How's what factor?
The points that you allow. How much do you? How does that weigh into, you know, the way that you judge the performance?
I mean, obviously, points is king right now, right? I mean, it's who has the most points on the board, and we didn't have more on the board for sure. The other ones, I mean, it's hard to take into account. You know, it's points given up is a interesting stat. You know, obviously you want them to be really low, but if that happens on special teams or if it's an offensive, you know, turnover for a touchdown, it goes against us. So when that happens, we have to be able to put the fire out and not allow them to score any on defense. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be complementary football. If a bad thing happens on the other side, we have to have good things happen to us and back everybody up. But obviously, you know, you want to allow as little points as possible. If we can allow very little points, we're going to win a lot of football games.
What do you think about the way you guys in the middle up front handled the absence of Darian and Carlos?
Yeah, I thought some of those young kids, they thought they did some good things. You know, there's some things that probably those other guys were in, you know, would have been a little better just because of knowledge of the game, just because of knowledge of the scheme. Those guys probably, you know, made a few mistakes in you know, maybe a line slant here or there, but those guys played physical and they did a good job getting in there.
When you see the film of those young guys, what's that next step for them in the offseason as they maybe take a bigger role next year?
Well, I think for the next step for them is you just played against Wisconsin, who is very, very physical. That's a really good football team, really good offensive line. You got reps against those guys, and you weren't getting pushed around. You can play against anybody in this league. We just got to keep getting you ready and ready and ready, and more reps and more reps and more reps.
Coach, is there something that you kind of point to that kind of signifies that you guys are getting better, that things are going in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to point to that things are moving in the right direction. There's a lot of things on the outside that look like there's, you know, it's not. You know, you can't give up on the one drive after I think our offense scored a touchdown early. You know, you can't give up missed tackles on a screen on third down and let them get the chains and then miss a tackle on a slant, post safety misses a tackle on the slant and it goes for a touchdown. You can't do that stuff. You make those tackles. The thing that you have to keep emphasizing to these guys is we are beating ourselves right now. And it's not them, it's not me, it's we. We are beating ourselves. It's missing that tackle, missing those tackles, missing a few key assignments, not getting off the ball or not getting off the field on third down changes the game dramatically. If you can get those things corrected, guys, you may have only given up 10 points, 13 points on defense. I know there's other points scored in the game in other situations like we already talked about, but you could have decreased every football game we've played. You could have decreased the amount of points scored by at least 10, probably more. Indiana, we couldn't get off the field on third down, you know, and it's if the offense busts on third down, you punt it and you move on. Everybody's happy. If we bust on third down, they get another set of downs. They get to keep moving the sticks, keep moving the sticks. It's magnified a lot on defense. You have to get it done.
Do you feel like you have a pretty attentive group trying to, solve some things these last 2 weeks, even though you are 4-6? How do you feel about their response?
Yeah, their response has been great. Their response has been great. And there's some guys out there playing that, Markel Dismuke, obviously, he missed a tackle. He's pretty banged up, and he just keeps coming back and working, and he's never missed a practice, even though he's really, really banged up. So you got to appreciate a guy like that, building that culture of toughness, building that culture of wanting to practice. But some bad things are still continuing to happen.
You switched up Boodle and Taylor. Is that just a game situation thing, or is that a long-term decision?
No, I mean, right now, when you had Deontay Williams and Markel is healthy, you have a good stable of safeties back there. Deontay's hurt, Markel's hurt now. Cam is a lot better at corner or in the slot. And so DiCaprio is a really intelligent football player. It's just a better move to have him at safety right now and Cam at corner.
Scott mentioned Ty Robinson in particular. I thought it was kind of a bright spot for the snaps he got. How have you seen him grow since he's been with you?
Yeah, he's continued to get better every day. He's a guy that's going to continue to get better. He's another guy. He went in there as a true freshman, played against one of the best offensive lines in the country, and held his own. So that's a very, very positive thing to see.
Hey, when you were playing in the Big Ten, you think Maryland would be a part of it?
No, I guess that wasn't really on the radar back then, but they are now, and Big Ten's expanded, which is a good thing. And you get to kind of go Midwest and all the way to the East Coast, and it's probably a good thing for the players to experience some of that. And it's a good thing for the country to see Big Ten football. It's more prevalent on the East Coast now than it ever has been.
Is the league more diverse and harder than it was when you played it?
Oh, I think college football is a lot more diverse than when I played. When I played, just like when Coach Frost played, I mean, you're running option or had a fullback in the backfield and you're running pro stuff. Now, in whatever league you're in, obviously in the Big Ten, you get spread, you get option stuff, you get big people smash them, you get quarterback run stuff. Just like in the AAC or the Pac-12, there was Pac-12 was obviously mostly spread and a little bit of pro, and then you had Stanford running big people. So I just think football is more diverse in general.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.